All right, so Speed Clean washer, as you can see, it is agitating in wash, which it should, but you notice it's not letting any water in. That really is the issue, not too much the agitation. All right, so what we're doing now, we remove the connector from the pressure sensor, and we're just making sure that the connection are tight, so you can use your pick and just kind of just give them a little nudge, nothing crazy, so that when you reconnect, everything's nice and tight. Then try it again. If not, we're going to be dealing with a power issue, meaning the user is not sending power to the pressure sensor, meaning the pressure sensor thinks the tub is full and is agitating. That's what's going on. So it needs to get the signal that the tub is empty, and you can start to send a signal to the water valves to turn them on. Let's check again. As you can see, we're still agitating. We're going to open up the pressure sensor. It was totally fine. You're looking for the diaphragm if it's damaged, which it was fine. And you can just blow a tiny bit of air, hold it with your tongue or your finger or pliers, and if it holds, then it's good. Those tiny wires, if they're intact, then your pressure sensor is fine. We're going to move on now to the user board, which gets power from the main board. The board is supplying voltage to the user, but the portion of the user that the pressure sensor is connected to is not setting the voltage. So on my Patreon, I do have the breakdown where we actually go over the measurement of the voltage and whatnot. So if you would like more on this, you can check me out over there. This is basically showing you how to get your washer up and running and what to do. All right, so still agitating without water, without letting water in. So we're going to be putting the pressure sensor back, and I'm going to be replacing after we tighten those up some more, make sure they're nice and tight. So what we're doing here is just basically snugging up the connectors, making sure they're nice and tight. When you connect it to the board, you might have a loose one there as well, so check that before you replace the user. And I think we do one last check, and it was still doing the same thing. The valve is not agitating. You can also reach your hand back there when it's in wash. Before it goes to wash, it lets water in, and you can hear the valves vibrating. Now this is the new user I'm putting on. I'm doing before I actually install it, I was just doing a quick connecting. Now if you're doing this, make sure you wear gloves and don't put anything on metal. If you do, have a piece of rubber or anything, or keep the board suspended. Do not let it touch the metal on the machine. So we're going to be removing those screws. Those are all 5/16s, and I think a T20 on 2 of them. Now pay attention to 2 rubber, they look like pins or pegs. If you're not careful, they will fall out, and those are your touchpad input. So you do need to make sure that they go back in, otherwise you will not be able to start or press the function. So we're going to take the knobs off, and we're going to install the new board. All right, so I'll jump back in, just follow along.
Alright guys, I do apologize for the angle. Those are the pegs, by the way. I thought my angle was wider, but you can pretty much still see what I'm doing. Beautiful. Now we're letting water in. Valve is agitating. 120 volts coming here. We could actually hook it back up to water and you'll see water going in.
Alright, so we're fully done. We're connected. As you can see, we are letting water in as we are filling up. And the final test will be the washer agitating, meaning after the pressure sensor gets the signal, meaning water has reached a point where it should, the machine will stop letting water in and it will just agitate. Alright, that's how you do that. Thanks for watching.